It's time to talk about one of my favorite tropes in all of fiction, enemies to lovers. And we're going to do it through the lens of one of my favorite couples in history, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Their love story is well known. A star-crossed romance between the Egyptian queen and the Roman general who fell madly in love and defied their political differences to be together. But what if their story had a different ending? What if Mark Antony never died? This is a story of forbidden love, a love that dared to defy the spear and the oath, the warrior's promise. A fierce warrior with a heart of gold. His loyalty to Rome was only matched by his skill in battle. But fate had a different plan for him. He was destined for greatness, but not the kind he had envisioned. His name echoed through the halls of history. Marcus Antonius, Mark Antony. Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic kingdom of Egypt, was renowned for her intelligence and charm. She wielded power with grace, commanding respect and admiration from all who knew her. But behind the regal facade, she harbored a secret, a longing for true love, a love that transcended the boundaries of duty and desire. Their paths collided in a world of political intrigue and betrayal. The year was 42 BC and Rome was in turmoil. Octavian, Mark Antony's former ally and Caesar's adopted son, had declared himself the sole ruler of the Roman Empire and was hunting down those who opposed him. Antony, along with his brothers, Lucius and Publius, were among the triumvirs who controlled the vast empire, each ruling over their own provinces and commanding their own legions. But Octavian wanted all the power for himself and was willing to do whatever it took to get it. Meanwhile, Cleopatra found herself in a precarious position. Her kingdom was being threatened by encroaching Roman forces, and she needed help. Enter Mark Antony, the legendary Roman general who had been sent to quell the rebellion in Alexandria. But when he met Cleopatra, everything changed. Theirs was a love that defied the boundaries of loyalty and duty, a passion that ignited amidst a clash of civilizations. As soon as Antony laid eyes on Cleopatra, he was smitten. He saw in her a kindred spirit, a ruler who, like him, was caught in the crossfire of a power struggle. And Cleopatra, for her part, was drawn to Antony's strength and charisma. He was everything she had ever wanted in a man, a warrior who could protect her people and a leader who could stand by her side. Yet their love was doomed from the start. Antony was betrothed to Octavian's sister, Octavia, a political alliance that threatened to shatter the fragile peace between Rome and Egypt. And Cleopatra, bound by duty to her own people, knew that she could never truly be with Antony. Still, they couldn't resist their growing feelings for each other. In secret trysts, they pledged their undying love amidst the treasures of the Egyptian court. Their romance blossomed, defying the odds and the disapproval of their entourages. But their joy was short. Soon, word of their affair reached Octavian, who was furious. He demanded that Antony return to Rome to finalize his divorce from Octavia and marry Cleopatra instead. Antony refused, torn between his love for Cleopatra and his obligations to Rome. In a dramatic display of power, Octavian declared war in Egypt and set out to conquer Cleopatra's kingdom. As Roman legions marched on Alexandria, Antony and Cleopatra prepared to defend their home. They assembled an army and navy, determined to fight for their love and their way of life. But as the war raged on, it became clear that they were outmatched. Antony's forces were no match for Octavian's, and soon he found himself on the run. Cleopatra, with her unmatched cunning, managed to escape and hide away with Antony. As the years passed, their love grew stronger. They had 2 children, twins named Caesarion and Cleopatra, and ruled over Egypt as joint pharaohs. For a time, they lived in relative peace, far from the turmoil of the Roman world. But Cleopatra never forgot the threat that Octavian posed. She knew that he would not rest until he had conquered Egypt and claimed its vast riches for himself. So she made plans to secure her kingdom's future. When Caesarion came of age, she arranged for him to marry the daughter of a powerful Roman senator, hoping to forge an alliance with Rome that would ensure her son's place in the empire. But Octavian was not interested in peace. He saw Cleopatra and Antony as traitors to Rome and was determined to punish them. With the support of the Roman Senate, Octavian launched a new campaign against Egypt. This time, he was prepared to go to any lengths to defeat Antony and Cleopatra. In the end, it was Cleopatra who paid the ultimate price. When Antony's forces were defeated, she was given the choice of death or captivity. Knowing that she could never live under the rule of her enemies, she chose death. According to legend, she allowed an aspi, an Egyptian snake, to bite her, ending her own life and taking her secrets to the grave. And Mark Antony, he died too, though not by his own hand. Octavian was merciful to him, sparing his life and granting him a noble death. Antony took his own life rather than live under the rule of his former friend. Now, fast forward to modern times where we are immersed in the world of movies and series. The story of Mark Antony and Cleopatra has been brought to life on the big screen and streaming platforms several times. One of the most popular versions is the movie Cleopatra, starring Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. This epic romance film, released in 1963, is known for its lavish production design and stellar performances. Another notable adaptation is the TV series The Caesar, which aired in 1980. It offers a more in-depth look at the tumultuous relationship between Mark Antony and Cleopatra. And let's not forget about the upcoming Disney movie, which promises a fresh and exciting take on this timeless love story. Each adaptation brings something unique to the table, offering viewers a glimpse into the captivating world of ancient Egypt and the enduring power of love and war. Whether you prefer the grandeur of Hollywood epics or the intimacy of television drama, there is no shortage of options for those looking to immerse themselves in the legendary tale of Mark Antony and Cleopatra. Now, enough of these let's focus on our initial question. What if Mark Antony hadn't died? How would his life have changed, and how would history have been affected? If Antony had lived, he would have faced the wrath of Octavian, who would not have hesitated to eliminate him and Cleopatra. Antony, ever the fierce warrior, would have fought to the end, perhaps even sacrificing his own life to protect his beloved. If Antony had survived the war, he would have been branded a traitor by the Roman Senate. His reputation would have been tarnished forever, and he would have been stripped of his titles and lands. In essence, he would have become a wanted man, forced to live in hiding or exile, always looking over his shoulder, fearing capture and retribution. Despite the danger, Antony would have preferred this fate to abandoning Cleopatra. Their love was too profound, their connection too strong to be broken by political machinations or threats of violence. Together, they would have forged a new path, perhaps establishing a new kingdom where Rome and Egypt were united, not through conquest, but through love and mutual respect. Their union could have led to a golden age, fostering cultural exchange and economic prosperity between the two civilizations. Imagine the possibilities if Antony had defied Octavian, renounced his Roman citizenship, and openly sided with Cleopatra. He would have become the most wanted man in the empire, hunted relentlessly by Octavian's forces. Antony, however, would have thrived in his outlaw existence, leading a band of loyal soldiers and mercenaries against Octavian's armies. Picture a ragtag group of rebels inspired by Antony's bravery and unwavering commitment to Cleopatra, taking on the might of the Roman Empire. It would have been a David and Goliath struggle, a testament to the indomitable spirit of love and freedom. Their alliance would have sent shockwaves throughout the empire, inspiring others to rise up against Octavian's tyranny and fight for a more just and equitable Rome. While it's highly unlikely that Mark Antony actually lived after his defeat against Octavian, it's fun to speculate on what could have been. His decision to die by his own hand rather than face capture was a testament to his unwavering spirit and unbreakable bond with Cleopatra. However, if he had lived, he would have faced a life of exile and danger, always looking over his shoulder, fearing Octavian's retribution. Despite the challenges, Antony would have preferred this fate to abandoning Cleopatra, demonstrating the power of their love and connection. What do you think? Would Mark Antony have lived? How would his life have changed if he had? Share your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to stay updated on all our future content. Thanks for watching.